Welcome back to Garage Money Pit. This is my second part of the gear reviews that I promised. I apologize that I'm a little bit late. And this is really about how I upgraded the jackets. My motorcycle pants are still the same that I wore during the accident. They are pretty much undamaged and they work pretty well so far, so I'm keeping those for right now. So my first item is a Klim airbag vest. This is the rally version, which is a bit longer, especially on the back side. I like this better when wearing it compared to the regular one. It also has additional chest protectors that the regular one doesn't have, so overall, even without the airbag, it's a little bit more protective. So, despite being longer than the standard one, it works well for me on all of the bikes other than the Harley. The problem on the Harley is because the back protector extends further down than on the regular one, you actually kind of end up leaning against the back protector and the back protector gets caught between the seat and your back. It's not bothering me enough to worry about it and or do something about it. Obviously, it's got some weight to it, right? It's the airbag itself, which is relatively lightweight, but the back protector with the integrated electronics adds noticeable weight. The weight really disappears once I'm wearing it. Obviously, the brains are back here, powered by rechargeable battery. In general, it's supposed to last about 25 hours. I know that I managed to get 2 full days of riding, like 8 to 9 hours out of this without any issues, and then had to recharge it at the end. Of course, it comes with an app. You need the app to update it. So anyway, why airbag? Right, because airbags are still a little bit on the controversial side. It adds another layer of safety, and I'm pretty sure had I worn an airbag vest like this, I probably would have at least skipped the bruised wrists. And if you had bruised or cracked ribs before, it's flipping unpleasant, especially if you have to sneeze or laugh or both at the same time. Not something I want to have to do again. Yes, it does impede airflow somewhat. Right, if you have a mesh jacket or generally a jacket with pretty good airflow, you do notice that you still have airflow. It's actually pretty good for wearing a vest, but it's noticeable that there is another layer of something between you and your outer layer. Now, I was expecting this actually to be worse, not quite like wearing a plastic bag or something, but essentially wearing a non-permeable, like air-permeable vest. In even hot temperatures, and it gets pretty hot and humid around here, I didn't feel like it was, really getting uncomfortable. And I'll trade a little bit of comfort for a little bit more protection. Yes, there would have been other options. I did consider the Alpinestars Tech Airs, which are obviously like the direct competitor with an electronically triggered airbag. The reason I ended up with a Klim, other than I have a Klim dealer closer to me than somebody who stocks the Alpinestars gear, is the Tech Airs, if they trigger, you have to send it back in to get it repaired. Well, actually recharged and, airbag folded back in, all that. The Klim one, you can basically recharge once yourself after it triggered and only have to send it in after the second time. Now, it's a minor thing. It was really like, this one fits me well. And of course, when you talk about the Tech Air versus Klim, the big elephant in the room is, yes, there's a subscription. Yes, I'm paying them $120 a year for the subscription to get the software updates, to make sure that thing actually works, because if you don't subscribe, it doesn't work. On the other hand, if you look at it over 3 years, which is, or at least initially was projected as the lifetime of the box, it then comes out roughly at the same price as the Tech Air, so it's not like you're saving a huge amount of money. We'll have to see how this works out, because initially when I bought it, InMotion kind of said, okay, after 3 years you get a new box if you go for the subscription payment instead of buying the box, which would have been the other option. I could have just bought the box. But given that you essentially get the extended warranty and the option to get a replacement box after a certain amount of time, I decided, hey, maybe the subscription one is working better. Now I have this vague recollection that I think they may have extended the expected lifetime of the box. We'll have to see. We're at the beginning of year 2 of my using this one. So far, no complaints. We'll see how it continues. Onto my main jacket. Again, it's Klim. It's a Badlands Pro. So this is, to me, really a 3.5 season jacket. It's a relatively heavy jacket. In fact, they have this Velcro elastic strap that you can strap around the center of your body to help with the weight. I usually don't use the strap because I think it works against the airbag a little bit. I actually should probably check with Klim if that's the case. For a jacket, of this caliber that's really supposed to withstand pretty much any type of monsoon conditions and all that, it has great ventilation. So I was really impressed with that because initially I bought the airbag vest and I bought this jacket. And with all the vents open, wearing the airbag vest underneath, this is comfortable to about 75–80 degrees Fahrenheit. Above that, it gets uncomfortable. Above that, you're kind of starting to simmer in your own juices, which brings us to this jacket in a few minutes. It is CEAA rated. Lots of pockets, which is useful. Internal pocket for your cell phone, which is also quite useful because I don't like having my cell phone in the outside pocket. Although having a cell phone like on the front of your body while you're stage diving off the motorcycle is probably also not a hot idea. 2 big ventilation openings on the back. So given that the vest has a built-in back protector, which is also the one that houses the electronics, I'm running this jacket and the other one without the back protector, right? Normally they would come with a D30 back protector. I've removed that. Still got the shoulder and elbow armor in place. Just one thing, and it's not criticism, it's just something I noticed. It's fairly heavy fabric, right? Which of course is great for durability. This jacket does take a little while to break in. So it feels a bit stiff when you initially put it on, and it takes a little while to become more supple, which you achieve just by wearing it. All in all, would I recommend it? Yes. Is it expensive? Unfortunately. Last jacket. Also Klim. This is an Induction Pro. Klim does 2 lines of mesh jackets. This is the Induction Pro. They also make an induction one, if I remember correctly. This is CEAA rated. The regular induction is CEA rated. So both are, protective. In the end, I ended up with that one, not only because of the rating, but also because this just fit me better. So this is a pretty lightweight jacket. It's obviously thin mesh layer outside and a thin liner on the inside. Again, I don't have the back protector in because the vest has the back protector. There's not much else to say. It's comfortable, it works. I'm happy with it. Again, where I live, West Virginia, you really need these for summer. Obviously, it's not waterproof. So for this one, you really want to carry a rain jacket or a rain suit that you can put on over the jacket in case you get caught in, some crummy weather or summer thunderstorm or stuff like that. So one other thing I mentioned with the Badlands Pro, that this one felt like it needed some breaking in. This one did not need any break in. So far I've done probably about 3,000 miles between the two. So this is not a sponsored video. hello viewer from the FTC. I paid for all of these out of my own pocket. As a result, I have a pretty good idea that they're expensive. I understand that. I think it's worth having a good gear. If you have high quality gear, it tends to last you a long time. The not featured here Halvason jacket, I've had that for about 17, 18 years, and it's really, by now, it's kind of done. Okay, thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments, as usual, I do read the comments. I might ignore your comment, but I am reading your comment, and I might even reply. I'm trying to be pretty good about replying to them. Let me know what you think about this. If you have any other recommendations for gear that worked well for you, I'm very happy to read about that and maybe incorporate that into some future gear purchases. So with that said, thank you very much and ride safe, and hopefully we'll get back soon to riding weather.